What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Listen, y'all make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat. Because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. What's up, checkmates? All right, listen. This is in the chat for children. So if you're a child, you probably should exit stage left. And remember, if you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me over at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X at Shar's Valley number 6. If you aren't following my backup page, go ahead and follow me there at Shar's World number 6. All right. Now we got all the accolades out the way. Hello and lottie dotted to everybody. What up, checkmates? Let's see who's in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. Hi, Miss Betty. How are you? Happy Wednesday to you. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you? Mama V in the building. What's up? Make it do what it do, what it do. Tanisha in the building. Paper Chase in the building. What's up, baby? What's up? Hi, Annette. What's up, baby? Make it do what it do, what it do. Joy S. Spick. Hello and welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Listen, I know I've been MIA, but if you guys were here since the beginning of those storms, I did tell you guys that I had a disaster here in my home. And because of that, I had to put some calls out to the insurance company to make sure that we were covered. Well, since then, my entire three-story house has been, I guess, what do you call that? Everything has been demolished. Put it that way. All I have is walls. Everything's been broken down from wall to wall. I do not have a house as of right now. We are in temporary housing through the insurance company, so thank God for that. I just wanted to give you guys an update because I know I did get an inbox saying, "How are you doing?" I'm still okay because God is still the same God He was yesterday, right? I tried to focus on what it could have been versus what it's not. And because of that, that brings me peace. I'm not telling you that it's not uncomfortable. I'm not telling you that it's not depressing. I bought my first house at 28 years old, and I took every dime that I had to make sure that I had a nice home for the children and I to live in. And because of that, I think that's why it hit a little, bubble of sadness for me. But like I said, God is still faithful. He is still just, and He's God all by Himself. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the inboxes, your concerns. I just wanted to clear that up. I'll post some pictures over on my other backup page over there so you guys can go through the process with me. It's a journey, right? I'll be out of my house for 6 to 9 months, but like I said, God is still faithful. It's uncomfortable to house 6 kids and one adult, but God is still faithful. He's doing just what He promised me He will do. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys that. Hi, Bridget. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Doesn't change nothing, and it sucks for Marty Marr and Marceau because I still got to come back and drag them. I still got to come back and get them because, baby, they played in my face this episode. So, if you guys are not familiar, I am doing the review of the reunion part 2, and we are going to jump in. If you come in later and I'm not looking at the chat, hello, and I love you much. And if you come in later, just go ahead and hit that like button when you walk on the chat and mind your manners. All right. So let's jump into it. So it started off with Tisha blasting Kiki for her husband and her cheating on one another. Kiki says that, yeah, we did cheat. It is what it is. I'm not ashamed of it. She also said that, she ain't no stupid, dumb trick. She says basically tricks off a kid's child. Said not the tricks for kids. Okay, so Tisha says she's still, um, so basically says that she still married her husband knowing that he was cheating on her. She also made mention of Kiki paying for her husband to take another woman out on a date. Now when it first came out of Tisha's mouth, it seems as if she was saying that her husband told her, listen, I'm taking another woman out on a date and I'm gonna need you to pay for it. And Kiki pulled the money out of her pocket and said, oh yeah, why not, let's do this, right? But learning, Once Kiki started speaking, that was not the case. Kiki said that her husband asked her for some money, and her husband asked her for the money. And when her husband asked her for the money, she later found out that he spent that money on a date with somebody else. So she didn't willingly be a dummy, okay? Shout out to her for not willingly being somebody dummy. All right. So with that being said, Kiki starts saying, now this blew my mind when I heard it come out of Kiki's mouth. But listen, she said it, okay? She says, your head is too damn big to be so damn dumb. And Tisha backs up and says, see, you know what? She's throwing all these jabs. Let's just stick with the facts, okay? I said, now you want to stick with the facts, honey, because she over here shading the hell out of you. Now, it was a low blow. I'm not going to lie, 'cause I don't think Tisha head's big, but maybe, everybody sees something different, okay? But Kiki said, your head too damn big to be so damn dumb. I said, okay now, sis, we heard you. All right. So Carlos goes on and says, well, is that true? Right. Kiki explains, like I just told you guys, it is true, but that's not the way it happened. And that's not the sequence that it happened in. Okay. They go on to start talking about let's see. So Carlos asks, is that true? Kiki says yes. Kiki says she asks, so she's talking about the money. And Tisha says, well, everybody says, well, Tisha, you didn't say that, right? And Kiki was like, well, Tisha was like, well, we never talked about, what way it happened. And she just told me what happened. So I repeated it. Now, I honestly believe that Kiki came to this reunion, like I mentioned in the past, that Kiki came to this reunion with her. I mean, Tisha came to the reunion with her guns blazing. She came ready for a rumble, right? And with that, she didn't think of no type of dignity. She didn't think of sympathy. She just came like gutter, right? I'ma drag this hoe no matter what. I don't care what kind of, cousin she is to me. She played with me. She tried to out my man. And nobody comes for my husband, all right? And because of that, she's ready for whatever. Okay. Now, rightfully so, she has every right to be ready for whatever because Kiki has been going hard on her husband, right? No matter what the attentions was, she has been going hard on her husband. So Kiki said that so Tisha tells the real reason why she's mad at Kiki, right? I'm really mad at Kiki because Kiki and this dude had a conversation. I went to Kiki, I asked her, hey, listen, did you have a conversation with dude about me? Kiki was like, "Ah, no, not me. Couldn't be me. Who the hell stole the cookie out the cookie jar? Right? Tisha says that I already knew that they had a conversation. I already had the proof that there was a conversation they had. So why lie? And because of that, once she found out that Kiki was going to lie, she wrote her off and was like, look, I'm not gaining anything from this relationship. It's a motherfucking done deal. Okay. So that's how she broke it off with her. Right. They go on to ask, so they go on to ask Kiki. Kiki said, no, that's not what happened. She already knew. Okay, I just told y'all that. Let me not go there again. I just told y'all that because I'm remembering what I wrote while I'm telling y'all. Then I'm seeing what I wrote, then trying to say it again. Girl, that's not going to work. Okay. But let's go on to Melody and Kimmy's, right? Uh, is Tisha in denial? Now, let's be honest. Melody really spared Kiki. I mean, spared Tisha. And the reason why she spared Tisha is because I just don't believe that she wanted to be like the hater in the group. Okay. Or that she was hating on Tisha because or that she was hating on Tisha marriage. Okay, so with that being said, Melody really spared her with her response. So Kimmy and Melody goes back and forth. And Mel tell Kimmy, you go. Kimmy says, no, Mel, this one on you, sis. You go ahead. So Martel bust out with this laughter. I thought it was a little funny, but Martel, you shut the hell up because you ain't got no room to be laughing, okay? With that being said, so Kimmy goes on to say with her response, no, I don't think that she's in denial. I think she's just over it. She likes to bring her something evident, her man cheated. She wants the proof. Melody sums up on that really and be like, okay, Melody spare her because she could have said that Tisha refused to listen to other people, nor does she wants to hear what other people have to say. So unless you got some concrete evidence on her, she ain't gonna believe you. But Melody said it in a nice, cute way where people couldn't say that she was hating on her marriage. But we know that Melody actually know because Martel was pillow talking with Melody. okay, when they was together. So you know Melody knows exactly what he was over there doing. But listen, it's none of her concern. If Tisha catch something, it is on her. All right. So I don't even think that it was a fair question to even throw ask Melody, but because it puts her in the middle of something that she didn't need to be in. But whatever, he needs to do to get his ratings, go ahead, go off, right? Kimmy in this predicament and the dummy that she played in this season, I don't even think it's fair to ask her because she's in denial of anything her man do. She think her man got a playhouse that he sits up all night and do guy things. Well, what's happening to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in this, in this playground? Okay, so we're not going to take her response serious as either. Okay. Hi, Kim. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Hi, Shirley. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Patricia Dyer. Hi. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, but yeah, definitely. They're not. Melody. It puts her in an awkward position for the growth that her and Tisha is trying to get to, right? And it also. Kimmy isn't qualified to answer a question like that when she played dumb the entire season. So we don't believe her either. Okay. So Kiki says, knowing who she is, why would she basically start talking stuff about Tisha and Marcel's marriage now? About Tisha and Marcel's marriage now, right? So um Marcel says to be relevant on TV. Kiki says, I'm Kiki all by herself, right? I am relevant without TV, all right? She says that that's why he's going around spreading rumors about her and telling her business. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who the hell Kiki was before she got on the show. If you guys did, type it in the chat. But I didn't know who the hell Kiki was and didn't care to know. But I'm glad she here to bust bubbles, wide open. Okay. With that being said, Kiki goes on. Hi, Cricket 22, Ramella. What's up, baby? Make it do what it do, what it do. Hi, VG. What's up, baby? Make it do what it do. With that being said, so they start moving on to Kiki's being sober, right? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this was kind of hurtful because I believe that I don't know about Kiki. I want to believe her. I know she took the drug test and I knew that, it proved what it proved. And she wasn't pre warned that she was going to have this test of anything of that nature. But I don't know. She does seem a little jittery, but I don't also know addiction, right? I know I have people that I ran into that has addiction. Everybody has one in their family or two, right? So, but I don't know addiction like head on. So I try not to speak on it too much. But I think it's fair to say I don't believe that she's 100% sober. And whatever that is, right? Whether it's more than enough methadone that she probably should be taking, whether it's something to boost it, I don't know in addition to it. Or maybe she is just going through something where her nerves are all over the place. I don't know. And I really don't want to make an assumption, but this was a little bit sad because I felt like she couldn't catch up to the conversation. Okay. That's just my honest opinion. But let's continue on. So they do a flashback, of Kiki and these drastic or these, dramatic outbreaks that she keeps having and these outbursts that she keep having down to her throwing this drink in Tisha's face, right? So Carlos talks about the drink being thrown and how people viewed her and how production viewed the behavior, he also asks everyone, did they think by her outbursts or her behavior was she using? So Marceau, with his big head ass, was the first one to turn around and be like, "No, well, we don't think that you're faithful, but Tisha believes you." So your opinion don't matter at all. I hate that I'm on my phone because my stuff is all over the place. I don't have my tablet nor my extra phone. So I'm on my phone, but I keep getting calls. And it's very annoying. So forgive me, guys, forgive me, but it is what it is. So Tisha, so Marcel was the first one to talk about no, yes, he believed that she was getting high because you want to believe, you want to make the narrative spin. You didn't even give her the time of the day. Well, she don't consider much of you anyway. So who cares what the hell your opinion is, okay? So Tisha blurts out and she still says, Carlos, she's still using. She she is on drugs, right? She does need help, right? And I just feel like your man over here dog her, which really he shouldn't have input on you and your cousin, you and your cousin situation. But he do, because he wears a skirt every now and then. And today he has a skirt on, in my opinion, right? With that being said, he says, Tisha says she's still using drugs, and she starts giggling. Now, he touched you on numerous occasions and say, "Come on, baby, don't go there, don't say this, don't do that." That was the perfect time for Tisha to jump in there and say, "Hey, listen, back off my cousin." Even if y'all not agreeing right now, I think you should have told him to take his lipstick and skirt off and shut the hell up, because he was trying to like jab at her so much, and then you jumped on there, threw salt on top of salt, and you turned around and was like, "She's still using, she need help." Like, come on with it, right? And even if you thought she was, I just feel like you should have really stepped in that moment and says, "We cousins." He done already said enough about her. I'm not going to go and add to it, right? But you did, because you have no morals, in my opinion, right? So Melody says no. But her behavior was out of control, right? And she had a conversation with Kiki at that time, like, "Sis, you was wilding over there, okay?" But she says that's not the first thought that came to her mind. Maurice says that, uh, that Kiki was basically trying to get her moment, and she used Tisha to do so. Kimmy says no, not at first, but once it played back, and she started seeing the different things that happened in the whim about the sweating and the nerves and all those things, she kind of thought different. Okay. I believe that it was more said there, but Carlos cut it out. And that probably was best, and a smart thing to do. Okay. So Carlos talks about the drug test, and her taking methadone, and he says, "Well, why was it negative if you take methadone?" Now, I'm glad Melody was a woman of her word, and took up for Kiki in this moment, because how some times everybody wants to side one way, so they forget to tell the truth and what really happened. So I'm glad Melody was like, "You know what, let me jump in here and say she had me in the bathroom with her. It was head on. It was 100% legit. She didn't have time to fake. And it was real, right? In production, one of the production team members was there as well, so it wasn't fake, right?" So they talk about the drug test, and how could it be that she takes methadone on a regular basis, but it didn't show up in this particular drug test. She says she don't know, right? She has no idea. If you want me to take a drug test today, I will. Um, and Mel says again, she was in there. Marceau jumps in there and says she's lying. The test is lying, as if he could tell somebody lying. We done saw back pictures of your ass. We done saw, text messages of you way back when, right? We got people that saying you had three sons with text messages and recordings and stuff, and you got a nerve to jump in there and talk about somebody lying. Oh, so you do know what lying is? I thought you forgot, okay? Because you real quick to say that wasn't me, but naked on the bathroom floor. Okay, but let's move along. Let's move along. So Carlos goes, um, "Are you on drugs today?" Right? So Kiki says, "Yeah, methadone, but that's it. No hard drugs." She says she's sober now. She has been for a while. And she has been sober while filming the entire time. And she's been clean for a long time. And I feel like those questions was really Carlos' personal questions that he wanted to know. I don't think a viewer wanted to know those questions. I think they were for Carlos and his own gain. And I do believe that he do think that she's using, but he'll never say so, and we'll never know. Because if so, I don't feel like you would have asked questions about filming and all that, unless she's giving you vibes while filming that she was indeed using. But neither here nor there. That's my opinion. Okay. Hi, Dark Chocolate. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Purple Unicorn in the building. What's up, baby? Make it do what it do, what it do. Marcel and Tisha wants to use Kiki as their storyline, and they do. Um, Hot flashes. There you go. Maybe it's just anxiety. Yeah, it could be. Life be life. And I know that's right. I'm the queen of that right now. Good morning. Okay, Cricket 22. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, Leo in the building. What's up, baby? Welcome to the chat. Cynthia in the building. Hey, y'all here, honey. Y'all here. I see y'all. 83 in the chat. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button. So they start to get on, and Marceau said that he gets calls about Kiki in the middle of the night. He's the one that got to go get her. And I'm going to be honest. This is my honest moment here. I don't believe nobody called no damn Marceau. I believe maybe Tisha got the call, and Tisha got the call, and maybe they woke Marceau up. But knowing what kind of jerk Marceau is, I don't believe that he would have been the first to get up and get Kiki. Okay. So I believe that Tisha might have got the call, and then Marceau was like, I'll go with you. And then he ran shop once they got there. And now he's using that against her. I don't believe nobody called no damn Marceau to get nobody. Marceau is a straight girly girl out here in these streets, okay? In my opinion. So I don't see why they would call her Marceau, but I could be wrong. So it's still in my opinion, okay? So Tisha says that, she needs help. She needs some help, Carlos, okay? She really needs some help. And Carlos looking concerned, but I don't believe that he is. But he looks concerned. Let's give him that. So they move on to the Crime Stopper situation, and they start talking about, um, you know, basically Tisha says that, at first she thought that Kiki was clean. But once the Crime Stoppers stuff happened, she like, girl, why the hell you out here still a lock? Who the hell still locks? I said, I'm with you, girl. Why the lock? Why not something else? Like, I don't know what, because I'm not a thief. So I don't really know what you go in the store and steal, but I don't know what the lock was about. Okay. So Marceau, another moment where he had his whole full skirt on, honey, the girdle too to push the gut in. Okay. And the lipstick too, and the eyelashes too. All right. So Marceau again got too much to say and really shouldn't have been talking in this moment. Okay. So he says, she took the gift card and switched the gift card and came back and switched the money and got the money back. And everybody thought that was funny. No, it was a very he her moment. Okay. He her. He transformed from a he to a her in that moment. It was not funny. You shouldn't have had nothing to say. You real girly girl out here on these streets. And it was just one of those moments where we just need you to shut the hell up. Okay. So, they asked her, was it her? And she says, I never said that it wasn't me. What I said was what they're saying happened never happened. Okay. So Carlos ended with, well, we wish you the best, baby. We wish you the best, baby. We wish you the best. Okay. So I said, all right, Carlos. All right. All right. All right. All right. What you laughing at, Betty? Is it Bernita? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Speaking from previous experience, with methadone and treatment, sometimes you will be jittery, but typically only when you're having some kind of negative response to the methadone. But every human is different. Okay, Kim, I thank you for that. I take that. I pinned you at the top so anybody wants to see it. You guys can see it. Marcel and Tisha want to use Kiki as a storyline. I think I read that one. Um, Grand Rising Pretty Lady. Oh, thank you so much. Um, is a nurse and knows methadone has to be specially tested for the medical dosage. Now, if she was abusing it, it would be reflected. Okay, okay, that's good. And those over-the-counter tests. Thank you, Dark Chocolate. Appreciate that. He explained the scam perfectly. He does. He knows. That's what she said. Well, it takes one to know one. What they do unless he's done it, or I agree. Marcel has entirely too much knowledge on the working of the addiction life and knowledge of a return in exchange for money. That's what Kiki said. Well, how the hell you know, sir? Or ma'am, it is what it is. Laughing and pushing the girdle up. Child, he got the girdle, skirt, the eyebrow, the eyelashes, the eyebrows done, and the goddamn lipstick. He giving me straight female vibes this time around. But let's move on. Let's move on. So they start talking about Martel and his single life, and a flashback between him and all this bull crap he got going on from one woman to no woman to her. It was just a mess. Okay. So, as good flashbacks, Carlos, good flashbacks, okay? So, Carlos asked Martel, are you and was him and Sheree still together? Martel says, no, we're just friends, we're not together. Kimmy says that they don't show no type of fuzziness. And Martel goes on to say, well, you and Maurice don't kind of kiss, I don't ever see y'all kiss. That's because they in a fake relationship too. They just haven't, told us yet. At least that's in my opinion, okay? But Martel, that was a good comeback for you, okay? So Lou says, what do you mean? Like being affectionate. He says being affectionate publicly. And basically that's what he was saying. Like Martel was saying, nobody really just run around kissing. No, no. I mean, People do that really love each other. You know what I mean? Like that's cute. But people that's running from something or trying to hide something, they be like, not right here, not right here. Don't kiss me right here. Wait till we get in the car, then I give you a big kiss, okay? But people that's hiding stuff, they're afraid to kiss their woman in public or hold her hand in public, or letting people see. They be like, you go that way, I go this way. You go down that aisle, I go down this one. I'm gonna meet you in the car. You go ahead in there and shop. That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So good point. You know what I mean? So people are out here kissing, just not you because you play hide and go seek all of your life when you had all these different women, in my opinion. Okay. So Carlos says, what do you say about Sheree and your relationship being fake? Martel says that there was nothing basically that he gained or she gained. They just had a good time together. Carlos asks, do you think that hold on, let's get to it. Okay, so Carlos asks Lou, do you think that your wife was extra watching the scene back when she talked about Sheree, when she asked Sheree about Martel? And Lou says, no, she wasn't extra. Well, she was, she added some stuff on, but it happened just the way she said it was. She was spot on with what she said. And them suckers did definitely jump indeed in my wife's face, point blank, period. And somehow, he thought that he was going to get a damn apology. No, you're not. Nobody's apologizing to you. All right. You jumped in her face and I came to her rescue as I should. And I say you should too. Okay. So Carlos also goes on to say, um, he says, why did you and Sheree stop seeing each other? Martel says that, he wanted to focus on himself. Now, hold on. How the hell Martel want to focus on himself? We ain't never, ever, ever in our entire seasons see Martel focus on himself. When he should have been focusing on himself after his divorce with his wife, he turned around and tried to make Ariana his girlfriend. He didn't even take a break from the pussy. All he did was turn around and jump back into the pussy that he never want to give up in the first place. So now all of something he wants us to believe after a fake relationship that had no type of outcome or no type of an effect on him, he had to turn around and take a break to refocus himself. He could have even said, I want to focus on my children. I probably would have brought that more than him saying, I want to refocus myself. I had a lot going on. You ain't say none of that. All you said, I want to refocus myself. You mean you want to refocus on Melody. That's what you should have said. But you ain't going to say that because that would have been too much. Okay. But we here for it. We here for it. Okay. So Carlos says, is it hard for you to basically date other women by basically you still having feelings for Melody, which he said your ex-wife, but Melody would be the ex-wife, so we'll call her by name, okay? So Martel says, who says that I still have feelings? Well, Carlos goes, well, sir, everybody sees it. The world see it. Hell, the birds see it. The goddamn, the birds, the kangaroos, the ducks, the whole damn zoo see it, as a matter of fact. You know what time it is, okay? So Mel says yes, so Nell says yes, and he told me that too to my face, right? Carlos says, when Melody changed her name, how did it make you feel? Right? And Martel goes on to say, well, if she was getting married, I would kind of understand. But because she wasn't married, I don't really dig that. I don't see what was the necessary immediate thing for the name change. Well, let me tell you what's the immediate thing. Name comes with attachments, right? Names comes with spirits. And if you have a whole lot of spirits attached to you, for her to hold on to your name, have a whole lot of negativity to it, whole lot of spirits, whole lot of demonic forces going on, I'm gonna have to toss your name in the trash can too. And I don't have to have a new husband to do that. I choose my peace, and how I choose to accept my peace or embrace my peace is my motherfucking choice. And it ain't a goddamn thing you could do about it, Roger. Okay? So that's it. All right. With that being said, um, so she explains that, that's the reason why. Um, Melody says, she heard it too. They go on with this whole Carlos, you know, if he's still with his baby mama. Okay, this is when shit went left. Okay, because this is when I started to stop writing. My pen got a little dried out. I said, did I just hear what I think I heard? Yeah, hell yeah, I heard what I thought I heard. Okay, so Carlos asked, if he's afraid to say what he's feeling, because of his because of her feeling some type of way. And Marceau busts out, you mean his wife? He don't want to be in trouble with his wife. I said, who wife? And Nell wanted to know too. Nell says, what wife he got? I said, get him, Nell. You want to know too? I want to know too. All right. So the thing is, not only did they not, I think when Marceau made that comment, maybe he thought the mic, they wasn't going to pick it up, but they did. As a matter of fact, they played the words across the screen because just like we heard it, Carlos heard it, and more production team has heard it too. Who the hell is the wife? And when the hell did y'all get married? And where the hell is Marceau pulling this from? He ain't pulled that shit from his ass, right? That didn't just come out the wind. So if he's married or if they got married, when did it happen? Did it happen before the reunion or did it happen right before the reunion, right? So did it happen like months before the reunion or did it happen right before the reunion? I'm curious to know. But that kind of statement didn't just come out of nowhere, okay? Marceau didn't say shh. Martel didn't say shh. Martel didn't say no, that's not true. That's not my wife. He didn't say anything. He let it rock out, right? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Tisha has a record for stealing. Do she, dark chocolate? Hi, Miss Reese. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Happy hump day. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, Phillips. What's up? I love to listen to that sexy voice. Well, not the sexy voice. It's all graspy this morning. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, Stevie Wonder can see that he still wants Mel. Yes, the blind mice can see he still wants Mel, Kim. Listen, he just don't want to admit it because I don't know about his wife, but I know Ari, he don't want to tell Ariane. And this is the thing that nobody's asking on each of their channel. I've known that I've heard a lot of bloggers talk about this whole Mary thing, but nobody's asking because I know I'm not familiar with the time frame of the reunion. So I know Ariane popped out like me and Martel are together, right? It was a short time span before she dogged him out with original Straight No Chaser. And then between the time that she came back and says, I'm rocking with my man. That's my man, my man, my man, goddamn. Right? So after she said that, it was a short time period. But was the reunion before or after the time of her announcement, right? So I want to know that because he's clearly saying here on the reunion, hey, listen, I'm single. I ain't with her. That's just my baby mama. Melody says, I beg to differ. The kids said that she there almost every goddamn day. Okay. So she's something to you, evident your baby mama, right? So with that being said, I want to know the time frame, because if it's so, this is pitiful. Okay, you still calling him your man after he told people on this reunion out loud publicly. Now we know he don't want you, but not only did he publicly again say and humiliate you again and says that's not my woman. Would y'all stop saying that? Okay, so I need to know time frame so that I can come back with another form of commentary and just ride it all out. Okay. But anyway, let's move along. Let's move along. Um, and he says, no, I'm single. When Carlos asks him, are you still in a relationship with your child's mother? He says, no, I'm single. Mondi says that nigga is lying. All right. The children says that the girl is there almost every single day. Martel says that our children are perfectly fine. That's when he started doing his head shaking, child. He might as well pull on a full head wig, okay? Because if he had a wig to flip back, honey, and get the hair out his face, he would have. He said, our kids are perfectly fine. Okay. I said, not the sassy Marty Ma. Okay. Where the hell you get him from? All right. But we here for it. We here for it. So he pulled him out, honey. He flipped his wig back and he was like, our kids are perfectly fine with you with the 11 babysitters. I said, God damn it. I thought we left the 11 babysitters in 2023. And here we are in 2024. And we still talking about the goddamn 11 babysitters. Shit. All right. So Melanie says that, she is not hurt. But this bitch, right, done all this to her, right? And talked about her, DM'd her, what else she said she did, and she has proof to talk about. She has proof that she did all this. She, talked about all this evil, ill will stuff on, about her. And now they're saying, woman, you want around my kids. So it doesn't hurt me that y'all together. She just probably hurt by the fact that she would think that you have a little bit more respect to not be in a relationship with this lady, knowing all the ill shit she did to her while y'all was married. Okay. she called her, she DM'd her, she told her what she gonna do to her. Allegedly, they had an altercation. We don't know how far that altercation went, right? So the girl is known for being disrespectful, and you do nothing to protect your ex-wife, but everything to protect Ariane, and it is giving sweet and sour patch, okay? It really is. Um, so I definitely agree with Melody. How could you sit like nothing's going on and talk about that perfectly fine? How do I trust somebody who had no type of dignity or respect to respect me enough then to say I'm not going out there mom like that, because one day maybe I have to be a stepmother to them, or maybe if we're gonna be together, I don't want them to play this video back and see all the shit that I had to say about their mama and then they dislike me. But she don't think like that because she's not a whole woman, in my opinion, right? So, and if you're looking for Martel to protect you, forget about that. He done showed us on numerous occasions he's not Team Melody. He actually envies Melody for not only moving on, but for growing while she moved on. Okay, but that's called getting out of her own way. You don't know nothing about that, Marty Mar, because you keep fumbling over your own damn feet, and you keep tripping, and still you keep doing the same shit. Because sometimes you somehow you think your feet is working for you, but obviously a blind man can see, nigga, it ain't working. Okay, but anyway, let's move on. So he sits there with this, his kids is perfectly fine. Um, and then they go into this whole charade thing, right? And Melody says that, the charade thing, Martel admitted that the charade and him thing was just a business relationship, okay? They had an arrangement, it's just a business arrangement. Martel says that she's a goddamn lie. Okay, and the shit ain't real. Okay, she's a lie. He gets to storming off, switching off the stage and shit. I said, now, damn, what is up with the whole stage transforming today? That's two of them already transformed from a him to a her. Somebody make it stop. But listen, he gets up, he switched off the stage. Watch what I do. I'ma show you. I'ma show you. Now he come back with this whole booklet, right? He comes back with this whole booklet. Um, and when he comes back with the booklet, he throws it at Melody like, no, you go through all that. And I'm like, I know that's right. Who the hell got time to go through the paperwork? No, I didn't say it. You did. Okay, so then he gives it to Carlos, but it seems like you would have already brought out the piece of paper that states what you're trying to make it state. But you didn't do that because you know damn well that transcript probably did say that you and her is in a business relationship. I know you said it. It sounds like something you would definitely say, just as well as you thought it was okay to call Ariana 15%. Okay. So I know you said it. It sounds like something trifling you would say. So I'm not even looking for the paperwork, or nor do I care to look for the paperwork or even see the paperwork because I know how you do. Okay. You just talk a whole lot of jibber jabber. Okay. So he storms off. He goes, you show me in the paperwork what this say. You're a liar. I ain't never said that. Yes, you did. Stop lying. You look like you're lying in your red suit. Okay. But anyway, okay, so basically the paperwork didn't prove anything. Melody said, I'll have the transcript by the time this shit air, and I will air you out. Okay. Um, so then she goes on and she says a comment where her mic was still on, and she says, basically her and Martel start going back and forth. They throwing jabs at one another. Carlos jump in the middle. Ding, 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 ding. He like, stop, wait, it's over. Don't hit no more. Pow. Melody like one more hit, let's go. All right. And Carlos let her go. And she says, that's why I beat your ass in that house the last time. I dropped your ass. And everybody jaws dropped, including mine. I said, Melody, you went here throwing it at him like that. Hell, do what you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do to get the abuser off of you, sis, do that. Okay. With that being said, she turns around and she gets, they go back and forth. She's like, Carlos, you see what happened in the house. You know how toxic it was. And he basically was like, it wasn't this damn toxic. Yes, it was. It don't just change just because y'all divorced. It's this toxic because that's who you are, a toxic individual, Marty Mar. Okay, so they go on to say all of that. They move on to Tiffany and Lewis, and they're talking about Tiffany postpartum, and how she had a hard time, and how Lewis had to pause his baseball season to come home and make sure his wife was okay. I said, "Go ahead, Lou. I love it." Lou says he paused the whole baseball season to make sure she was okay. And she says that it is refreshing, to have time basically to herself where she could focus on self and home, with basically no type of stipulations on her. Okay. She says it's still hard to think about. Carlos says that she is welcome anytime, and he commend her for taking a break and even acknowledging that she needed the break. Okay. Let me see what y'all saying before we get on Betty and Stormy and Junior. Okay. Hi Renee, what's up? Garner, make it do what it do, what it do. The way that man Tyler stormed off there, yes, he did. What? You won't give me my stuff. Get the hell out of here. Toxic hope. You already know it. Is it Cambria? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. He's so damn lame. Yes, he is, honey. Martel plays opposite day every day. Yep. Hi, Sony. How are you? Welcome to the chat. What is the most important he does? Not protect his children. Whatever he feels about Melody. Yep. It's possible Hotel and Coleslaw got married to try to protect him from the testimony. Mm. Yeah, because I right they can't make the wife testify, something like that. You might be right. Anderson, what's up, baby? Maybe it happened December 31st. You right about that because she did say that she has a big old surprise when she gonna get her winning season, honey. It's gonna be her winning season on December 31st. Stevie Wonder can see that. Okay, okay, okay. Making sure I didn't forget anybody. Hi, Dale. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Hi, S White. What's up, baby? Please hit that like button. Yes, thank you. Angela, what's up? Angela, sorry. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. So let's jump into this whole Betty and Stormy and Junior situation, child. Listen, why is Betty even there? I done dragged her the other day, but I guess I'll go again. Okay, last round for the go. Okay, so you got Betty, you got Stormy, you got Junior there. And they're, they do their flashbacks of her family dynamics and what's going on in their family and how they created a whole storyline that didn't mean shit. But anyway, okay. So Carlos asks her, why don't she think Melody is a good friend to Stormy? Betty says that Melody never came back to say what happened, right? That it wasn't Stormy. So that's her real beef. Now I've heard Betty tell a couple different stories why she don't like Melody. First, she said Melody said something about the kid, and Melody agreed that the child needed to be checked, and that was the problem. Then she said she didn't like her because she never felt the energy. So you don't know your real issue. You just going wherever the boat flow, okay? But whatever, girl. So Stormy goes, Mel and Stormy goes back and forth about Melody not coming back to to correct the narrative that Stormy was the one recording her in her home after Melody made that statement about someone recording her in her home, and that's why she don't let people in her house. So Betty felt like Melody Stormy felt like Melody definitely indeed seen the chat and did not do anything about it. After these people was coming for her businesses, they was calling for her stuff to be taken off the shelf. Well, I think people was calling for your stuff to be taken off the shelf because you weren't in a good place, Stormy. Although I see you climbing out your hole now, you weren't in this good place, and you had a lot of bad reviews from the better business barrier. You know what I mean? So I don't think that it was Melody that people that was calling. If it was, my bad. But listen, I don't think that that was the whole case of why people were calling for your stuff to be off the shelf. You had a lot of bad reviews, as far as shipment, far as the product not working. I know I saw a review way back when where people were saying that it took out their hair. Now maybe some things change right now, and you on your up and up. So congratulations. Um, so I honestly don't know if it was Melody people, and I don't think that's fair to say it was her people that was calling to have your stuff off the shelf, but to each his own, right? So that's Stormy says that Melody definitely indeed knew that these people were coming for her and thinking she was the one recording her. And she never came back and corrected it until her mom pointed out that she did it, and then Melody came back and corrected it. Okay. Um, and they was going in on you because they wanted to. You know what I mean? With that being said, that was pretty much the end of the review. I think it was I think they could have did without a part two reunion. I feel like they dragged it on longer than it needed to be. It wasn't much going on, nothing but conversations lingering on. They could have did without a part two, but we here for it no matter what, right? Us loving Marriage Huntsville reviewers, content creators are here for it. But I feel like they could have did without it. It was not necessary. People were mad because her and her curse out that the elderly CC, oh, the elderly CC, yes, she's trying to blame Mel for that. You right, I forgot about her and BT. Mel is a good person because Betty would have been all kinds of old beasts. Woo, baby, let me tell you, she started yelling and screaming, and I don't think it's fair that Betty came to have a conversation with Mel and Miss Van wasn't there, right? Not that Miss Van gives me, energy that she would have jumped and even engaged in the conversation with her, but I feel like it would have gave Melanie a little bit more comfort, and support, a little bit more comfort and support, if her mother was there with her. And I don't feel like Carlos granted her that. No one don't have time to be online and check everything. Exactly. And I don't believe that Melody is. I believe she comes when people send her stuff to see if she needs to tap in. But I honestly believe her when she says that she's not in it like that. I honestly do. Miss 937, aka Deep Throat Curry. Woo child. Wait a minute. At the A's Club. Woo, baby. You said she getting down to Zodi like that. Let me just ping you right here. Okay. Penword Plaza and stay at the clinic. Woo, baby. Now you done did it for me, Phillips. You done did it for me. I pinned you so the world can see what you got to say. Um, it is a new low, and she will have to testify. Okay. Oh, law. She will have to testify. My bad. I had to get a little close to the screen. Hello, everyone. Please hit the like button. We got you, honey. We got you 138 in the chat. You guys are amazing this morning. Hey, D. You guys are all speaking. Um, and she cussed her out at BT among she disrespect BT until she do right by her. I agree. Ramela says it's going to be a part three of the reunion. Woo, baby. I hope it's better than part two because I was dragging watching it, but I watched it because my folks wanted to know what Shar had to say. Okay, people were mad. Okay, okay, okay. I read everything. All right, all right, all right. I agree, and I think Miss Van's spirit would have aggravated the wait a minute and Betty, who knows how it would have gone with Betty. Yeah, Betty looked evil. All of them got the same evil little demonic face and the nose and the forehead and the mouth. I wouldn't even have a conversation with people. Some people I just don't let in my spirit, and Betty would be one of them. Stormy's okay right now, but at some point she was on that demonic end as well. Too much going on to be checking on people comments. I agree. Miss Betty ass have a lot of time on her hands for this kind of BS. Yup. Mel shows so much respect for a demon who was thrown back. Yep, yep, yep. You right about it. Mel always says people send stuff to her. Also, she is not concerned about a bunch of idiots. Ooh, child, make it make sense for the ones in the back on Facebook groups. People with a life. Uh, don't entertain BS on Facebook. I agree. Hi, Tree W. What's up, baby? Make it do what it do, what it do. I wish Mel would not go back and forth with Betty. Mel answered that at the T. Yes, she did. She says, you're not of my age. You are of elder indeed. Okay. Put your hat on and keep it moving that way, Betty. All right. Listen, that's the end of my view. I've been here for exactly 50 minutes and 21 seconds. You guys are amazing. I thank you for checking in with your girl. Until next time, checkmates. Bye.